Yo, what's up everybody? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot back again with another video, and today I wanted to give my thoughts on the official trailer of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
Now, a lot of people who saw the commercial at the Super Bowl and then saw the teaser trailer, I was hyped for this movie. But seeing that it's called Deadpool and Wolverine, like that was an awesome surprise. Now Wolverine being in this movie, it was already known, but now knowing that he has a bigger part in this, it makes it more exciting. And seeing this official trailer, I'm still hyped for it. Now, one of the things that we learned from this trailer that I think is cool and interesting is that Wolverine, who is played again by Hugh Jackman, he's not the same Wolverine that we've seen in the X-Men movies. This is a Wolverine from a different universe or timeline. Which makes sense because spoilers for those who haven't seen Logan, but in the end of Logan, Wolverine dies, which would also explain why he looks a little more younger than he does in Logan. But I don't think it would have mattered if they brought back the other Wolverine because the movie timeline is so inconsistent that it's crazy. So I don't think nobody would care, but I still think it's cool that they went with this approach. Now, the only thing that we know about this Wolverine that the guy from the TVA said that this Wolverine let down his entire world. Now, what does he mean by that? By that exactly, I don't know, but I am interested in seeing, this Wolverine's side of the story. And it looks like, Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be fighting each other a couple of times, but obviously I don't know Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds personally, but seeing those two like messing with each other, they look like they're really good friends. So I cannot wait to see like the chemistry between these two in this film. Like, this looks like it's going to be a funny, badass, a dysfunctional duo. Now, when it comes to the suit, I'm going to be honest with you. I was one of those people that, as much as I wanted to see the yellow costume, I did not think that it was going to translate well on film. Now, we did see the suit in the deleted scene of the Wolverine, but we didn't see how he looked with the suit on. Like, I was not a believer, but seeing the pictures and seeing the trailer, I'm
Okay, now I'm a believer.
I'm gladly proven wrong, because this costume, like, it has to be one of the best costumes I've seen in a superhero film, and it looks even better without the sleeves. Now we don't see the mask, and I hope that we do see him put on the mask, like, at least once, because it looks like in this movie he's mostly going to be without the mask, but again, I do hope that we see it at least once. And seeing how like nice the costume looks, like, I cannot wait to see how the rest of the X-Men suits look whenever we do get to the X-Men, which I hope they don't mess that up. And of course, you got some of the characters from the previous movies like Blind Al, Vanessa, Dolphnir, I think that's how you say his name, and we see Peter, Teenage Warhead, and Colossus. We also see Dogpool, which is like a dog version of Deadpool, and we also see the TVA, which I don't think nobody was expecting that, but with the TVA being here, like, I do wonder if we're going to see or get a mention from characters from the Loki show. Like, are we going to see or hear about Mobius or Sylvie or Loki himself? Now, I know that Tom Hiddleston said that he's done with the character, but just imagining like the interaction between Deadpool and Loki, like, I feel like that would be epic and hilarious. We get to see our villain for this movie, Cassandra Nova, played by Emma Corrin, who is Professor Xavier's twin sister. In the comics, while Xavier and her were in the womb together, Xavier recognized her evil presence and killed her, resulting in her stillbirth. But Cassandra copied his DNA, including his powers and abilities, and got out of the womb, creating a body for herself. Cassandra is also I'm gonna butcher this name, but she's also a Maudrai, who are the anti-selves of every being they're born alongside of in the universe, hailing from the darkest regions of the astral plane. So she's pretty much the evil and opposite version of Professor X. Like, while Charles wants to help and save mutants, Cassandra wants to kill all of them and destroy everything that Charles cares about. Now I know, a lot of comics, have crazy stories. Like, that's not, surprising, but that is a pretty insane story. So I'm interested into seeing this character and what they're gonna do with her. Now, there are quite a few Easter eggs in this, but the biggest one for me would have to be the Ant-Man one. Like, it looks like, Cassandra is using, Ant-Man's head or helmet as like a lair, which is like pretty crazy and dark. And in that same shot, you see other characters like Lady Deathstrike, Azazel. You see Pyro, who was played by the same guy from the X-Men movies, Aaron Stanford. And we also got the Russian in this. I didn't know, at first that was him, but seeing that it is him, like, I think that's really cool, man. Because the last time we saw him was in the Punisher movie that came out in 2004, played by Kevin Nash. And supposedly we're having Jennifer Gardner coming back as Elektra, who was in that Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, and then she had a movie of her own, which at one point I honestly forgot about until one of my friends brought that up. Like when he mentioned that movie, I was like, oh yeah, she did have a movie. And I like that not only is this movie bringing back, characters from the X-Men movies, but characters from other movies. Like, I cannot wait to see, like, the cameos and the Easter eggs. Like, this looks like it's going to be a really fun movie. Like, the first one was good. The second one, even though I didn't think it was as good as the first one, I still enjoyed it. But, I hope that Deadpool and Wolverine, like, it does really well, especially since it's supposed to change the MCU. Which, by the way, who would have thought that Deadpool would be like a big, game-changing movie? But for this movie to be like a big game changer for the MCU, like, I feel like this movie has got a lot on its shoulders. Like, a lot of people right now are not feeling the MCU. Like, a lot of people are saying that the MCU is dead, which personally, I don't know if I would go that far, but I will say this. The first Iron Man to Endgame, like, even though there were some flaws, like, overall it was amazing. But after Endgame, things, were not the same. So hopefully with this movie and future projects, it will set the MCU back on track. But those are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Let me know what you think. Are you excited for this movie? Do you think this movie is going to fix the MCU? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot. More content will be coming out soon. But until then, take care, everyone.